Welcome to Diet TwinCast. We've got a different kind of a podcast here for you today. We are going to be putting some Nintendo Entertainment System songs into a bracket, and we are going to use highly scientific methods to whittle this down into the definitive TwinCast Best NES Song. Before we get into that, though, we have a few co-hosts here. Let's start with Cam. Cam, how are you tonight?
Doing good. Excited to rank some music.
And we have Trevor returning. Trevor, how are you today?
I'm doing all right. I've got my red Solo cup. I've got a 2-liter Diet Coke here because it's healthy. It's basically a vegetable. It's diet. So right. It's true to theme. We're ready to rock.
Just, again, to re-emphasize here, this is supposed to be a smaller episode between our main episodes. We still have our episode on Parasite Eve coming out next month, but we thought we'd fill the time with this. To set the stage a little bit here, we kind of did this in our last podcast. Cam and I grew up on the Nintendo Entertainment System. We have a lot of nostalgia for this, at least I do. Cam, do you agree with that statement?
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
And I have quite a love for the music that's on the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Luckily, we have Trevor here to balance that out a little bit. He'll definitely recognize a handful of these themes as we go through them, but he's going to bring a little bit more objective view on this.
Yeah, I do have some experience. Listen to Nirvana, listen to Smashing Pumpkins, so I think I'm ready to rumble here.
Makes you an authority. For our first matchup, we're going to start off with two Mega Man songs. They actually happen to come from the same game.
They're going against each other?
Yep.
Oh.
We'll start with Dr. Wily Stage 1 from Mega Man 2.
Makes me want to go on a run.
Have you heard this song before?
No, I probably have, because I've seen you guys play a lot of Mega Man, but I don't remember it. I like it. It makes me feel like I should go on a run. I can almost hear like an actual 80s song that sounds like this, and David Hasselhoff is singing in my mind. So
yeah. So
it's really struck a chord with me.
One of the things, especially these Capcom songs that you'll see, they're very influenced by 80s music and especially prog rock. I don't know if you're familiar with prog rock. I'm not super familiar with that scene, but I know that these were very heavily influenced by that.
I mean, it just puts me right back in the day playing Mega Man. I can think of this is a boss stage, right? Or I guess you said it was Dr. Wily's castle, right?
Yeah, so as soon as you beat the 8 robot masters, you see Wily in his spaceship, he goes to his castle, there's a big skull on there, and then you start Dr. Wily Stage 1 with this track.
It's been probably 3 or 4 years since I've last played this game, but still, the song is classic.
Alright, let's go to Woodman Stage.
I like the bass when it comes in.
Muse's Knights of Sidonia obviously was inspired by the song. Obviously.
Wow, Muse.
Yeah. Somebody go listen to that. It's pretty good. It just gets you pumped. Both these songs are just super pumpy songs.
Yeah, it gets you ready to bring the lumber, right?
A lot of these Capcom Mega Man songs, in fact, a lot of them on this list are really fast-paced, melodic songs. I think that I might be biased towards those kind of songs.
Yep. Right, do we have to pick a winner now between these two?
Yeah, let's start with the unbiased opinion. T.
I'm gonna go with the first song. The first song almost sounds like something I would listen to on a run.
Yeah.
It's close. It's close for me.
Cam?
I'm also going to go with the first song. I think it's probably just a little bit better, yeah.
We have a winner. Dr. Wily Stage 1 wins the first one.
What are they playing for? Just immortality?
TwinCast Immortality.
Oh, okay.
The Twin Cup.
Yeah. Can you think of any higher honor? We are going to go to our second matchup in round 1. The title theme from Mega Man. So we're starting off with 3 Mega Man songs, but then we'll have the overworld theme from Dragon Warrior. So let's start off with Mega Man 3 title theme.
This is so jazzy.
Got all the slides and bends.
Yeah.
That's actually what
Trills right there.
my wife said that. She's like, this sounds like I'm in a jazz lounge.
And it's gone.
So this is the theme music. When you boot up the game, this is what you're met with. So it's not like you're entering a stage, getting ready to fight a robot boss. This is getting you thirsty for the game.
Yeah, well, that's exactly how I describe it. I just downed 2 glasses of Diet Coke.
Cam, does this ring any nostalgia bells for you?
Well, yeah, of course. We never owned Mega Man 3, but we rented it a lot or played it at friends' houses a lot, and so, yeah. This is a huge nostalgia burst.
Yeah.
So, one of the greatest games on the Nintendo, so...
Okay, and the song that it's going to be matched up with.
So Trevor's probably never played this game.
No.
Have not.
This is a song that if you play Dragon Warrior, it's the very first Dragon Warrior, that you hear a lot. It's the overworld theme. You walk around for many hours just listening to this on repeat.
It will get seared into your brain. It's only 15-second loop.
I'm like already sick of it, I'm gonna be honest. I already hate this song.
Well, there is some nostalgia for me because I really love the Dragon Quest game, but it is short. It's very melodic, but it will grate on you, that's for sure.
Yeah,
it's not putting me into the mood for a Diet Coke, so...
Yeah, no sir. I'll tell you what, one of those songs makes you want to light a cigarette on a rainy night. I'll let you guess which one it was. That's right, the second one.
T, start with you. Which one are you voting for?
Yeah, you might have guessed. It's the first.
Yep. Cam?
Yeah, Mega Man 3. Yeah.
Clean sweep for Mega Man 3. Okay, now we're getting down to the one I know Cam's going to be excited about. It's going to be the Moon theme from DuckTales versus Zone J from Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. So let's start with the Moon theme.
Man, all these Capcom games.
So many Capcom games. All right,
I like
T,
it.
is this one doing anything for you?
Yeah, it's like it's the same with the first song. It's just like a song that I feel like I'd almost listen to. I kind of want to do like covers of these now. Like I'm sure somebody's got to have done something like that.
This song has been covered a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
This song wasn't originally a part of DuckTales, like the original animated series. But when they did a remake of that series, they brought this song into the remake of the DuckTales series.
Yeah, this song is one of my favorite of all times, so it's great, and I could just listen to remixes of this song over and over again.
Yeah, classic.
And the version that they did for the cartoon, they added some lyrics and stuff to it, and it's good too.
Yeah.
Are you gonna sing that at this?
I think it's some lullaby. It's like a lullaby.
It's Della Duck's lullaby to her boys that she separated from. It's a real tearjerker.
Yeah, Della Duck. Shout out to our girl.
All right. So now let's go to the Chippendale Rescue Rangers, another Capcom joint.
Pretty solid. It's pretty solid. I do actually remember, I think, a few songs from this game. I remember you guys had come up with some funny words to the songs, and that has like stuck in my brain. It wasn't this one. I don't remember this one, but this is pretty good.
I know we used to do that as kids. Yeah, because we would sit there and play the songs, and we would have to make up lyrics in our mind. I don't think we did it for this one, though.
Yeah, I can actually just see me playing this level in Rescue Rangers. Then you're in the factory, and you have those guys throwing their hats at you, and yeah, it's a cat food factory, right?
That's what it is. Yep. It was for Fat Cat. He waits with his desk to drop his cigarette butts on you.
Yeah.
So he drops the cigarette butts on the Chippendales.
Yeah, he's got this. Well, I guess this is a cigar. Like the final boss is Fat Cat dropping his ashes on you.
Yeah, he doesn't care if his cigarette ashes get in the cat food. It's just cat food.
It's all just
like
front,
the jungle,
right?
So you're playing as the dance team for this game.
Yep.
And you just rub him across washboard abs, and he's finished.
Yes.
Is that right?
You got it down perfect. But in all seriousness, I'm with Cam. Like, I used to play this all the time with you, and I remember there were a few times we got to the end together, and it was always epic hearing the music firing up when you got to the end of the game. T, which one are you going for?
I'm gonna go with the first one.
Moon theme. Okay, Cam?
It's a hard one. I like both songs, but the Moon theme is one of my all-time favorites, so I have to go with the Moon theme.
Moon theme, clean sweep. Like you, though, I'm sad to see Zone J drop off from Rescue Rangers. I really like that one. Next matchup. Garland Shrine from Final Fantasy and Brinstar theme from Metroid. We're getting away from the Capcom, and we're heading into some Square and Nintendo songs. You hitting the trail with this one, T?
What a banger! Tell you what, it's nice and mysterious. I like it. There's definitely a vibe. I'm what do I feel like? I feel like I'm walking through a forest. I'm approaching an altar, and there's a fairy by my side.
No fairy, but you're in a shrine. You're in like a cave, and it's actually the cave where you end the game in Final Fantasy 1, but you go there early in the game. It's like one of the first places you go to, so you get this music at a couple different times throughout the game. Oh, love that music. Does this one have the extra channel in it?
No, it's not. So I have a feeling, T, this might be one that you recognize.
Yeah, I was gonna say this one does have some nostalgia for me. I think probably most people have heard this theme in some variation or another. Mm-hmm. It's solid. You do feel like you're a spacewalking space marine woman. That's how I feel right now.
Yeah. Do you have a bikini on underneath your spacesuit?
And an arm that's a gun.
You'll hear this theme a lot when you're playing. So it suffers a little bit from like a lot of the other themes on here, where you're exploring that area, you're lost. It gets really burned into your memory because of that. Luckily, it's a little bit longer and I think a little bit catchier than like the Dragon Warrior one. T, which one are you giving it to?
I'm gonna go with the second one. I do think it's just slightly superior. Maybe that's where my bias is coming in, but I like it.
Cam?
I'm going with Garland Shrine. That's one of my favorites, and nostalgia's gonna win out for me on this one because
break the tie, Clark.
Well, I'm gonna try to make it so I don't break too many ties here. So maybe I should go first, but I am gonna go with Garland Shrine as well. Maybe it's nostalgia, but I just love that theme. Next up, we have a Konami game versus a Nintendo game. Bloody Tears from Castlevania 2 versus Bicycle Training from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Oh.
So have you heard this one before, T?
I don't think so, no. Not that I remember. It's another real banger. That's what I'll say about that. It's just not pulling any punches. It's smacking me full force.
Yeah, this one goes hard, and what's funny is it's in a pretty mediocre game. At least, I mean, it has some redeeming qualities. It's the second Castlevania, obviously. This is probably the best thing out of that whole game, is this song.
It rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the game, this one, T, he is literally running in like a pink jumpsuit. But a pink hoodie. So, I can't...
Yeah. There's a remix of this song, and the title of it is That Guy Stole My Bike.
Because he's running after his trainer who's on the bike.
Yeah.
They did some pretty creative things. How did they make the music back then? Were they like... I had like an 8-bit music creating like machine on my computer at one time, but can't imagine that's what they used.
They had dedicated sound chips on and I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on this, but that limited the types of sounds that it could make. They had to use that sound chip, and you can actually really tell as the hardware matured and the developers got used to developing for that sound chip. The sound gets much better later life of the Nintendo Entertainment System. T, which one you going for?
I'm gonna go with the first one. The first one's just an absolute, undeniable banger. Boy, howdy.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be a clean sweep. Cam?
Yeah, I have more nostalgia for Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, because we didn't play Castlevania 2 very often at all. But, yeah, I'm going to have to go with Castlevania because it's just the far superior song.
Yeah. Man.
Now, I don't have your list here, but I hope you have some music from Castlevania 3 on here.
It didn't quite make the cut on the... All right. This next one is actually a twofer because the way that the song is... it's kind of chopped up into part 1 and part 2. So I will play part 1 here.
Let's see if Trevor can guess what kind of game this came from.
Well, I don't know if I could begin to guess, but when it started, I pictured myself cooking eggs in my kitchen as my sheep in the yard were feeding, and then I was riding a bicycle, and then I got beamed up into a spaceship, and I started having a fist fight with a bunch of aliens. Am I close? Is any of this...
Did you kind of feel like a household robot? Who's at the beginning, you're kind of like a household robot who does chores around the house.
It felt domestic. It felt domestic is what I felt like for sure.
Do your eggs bring all the sheep to the yard?
In this case, the aliens.
I didn't introduce the game, but it's from Mega Man 2. Another one. This is the intro theme. Cam, let's start with your thoughts on this one.
It's great. It's nostalgic, and it has that slow build up, but then the beat drops, and you get attacked by aliens or robot masters, actually. So from Dr. Wily.
But so there's no point in this game where you're cooking eggs, though. That's just Metal Gear Solid 4.
Well, you know that Mega Man or Rock and his sister Roll were originally domestic robots. That's why I was trying to push you in that direction, because they're domestic robots.
So he was a Roomba, and then he gets a gun. A Roomba with a gun.
Trevor, did you enjoy these ones?
They're good. Yeah, they're good. I mean, I saw the picture. I was slightly off on the subject matter, but I felt the vibe.
Yeah, and just to build off of the vibe that you said in Cam, the slow build up. What's actually really cool is it's, for what it could be on the NES, it was pretty cinematic to start, because as the song is sort of building up and reaching a crescendo, it's panning up this super long skyscraper, and Mega Man standing at the top. And I showed it to my wife, actually, and he didn't have his helmet on, and she goes, wow.
Yes.
I didn't know that Mega Man had hair, and his hair is blowing in the wind.
So this domestic robot has hair.
Yes.
Very
Dr. Light.
Very important for
wants
his
his-
duties. That's what they mopped with.
Yes.
All right. That is up against Area 6 from Blaster Master. Are you familiar with this one, T?
Not familiar with this one. I feel like I'm somebody in a tank looking for his pet frog.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You're right on the right wavelength for that. I don't know how you came so close.
It's the music. It just tells me.
I'll let you speak to this, Cam, because I know we did our first podcast on Blaster Master, and I know you have thoughts on this game.
Well, Blaster Master is one of my all-time favorites, but as we said in the podcast, we never made it to level 6 when we were kids. So I actually don't have a ton of nostalgia for this song. But I mean, the past, 10 years or so, I've heard it plenty, beaten the game plenty of times, so this is still one of my favorite games, so. And this is the theme for the Ice World, so yeah, it's great.
Let's start with you on this one in case there's a tie, because I don't want to break the tie. We'll start with you.
Not me.
Yeah, that's you, Cam.
Well, I gotta go with Mega Man 2. It's just a all-time classic. Although I really do like the Area 6 from Blaster Master song too. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Mega Man 2.
That's what I'm gonna choose too, T. So, what would you go for?
I was gonna choose the first one. I thought they were both pretty good actually, but I liked the first one. I felt, what can I say? I felt like a house robot cooking eggs.
All right, 2 more matchups, and then we'll have heard all the songs, and then round 3 and 4 should go pretty quick after that. Let's start with one from Batman.
You should boot that game up sometime and try it on the Mii U, T. It's a fun game.
Okay, cool. What was it on? Oh, the NES?
Yeah. This is probably different than other Batman music that you've listened to before.
I'm sure it plays exactly the same as Arkham City, and it sounds like it too, so.
Ooh. Yeah, this is kind of like, I don't know, between this and Arkham City, it's a close one.
So, yeah, pretty peak sound design. I will say, I feel like the Caped Crusader, the Dark Knight, the World's Greatest Detective when I listen to this song.
Now, this is the same developer as Blaster Master. It's amazing how they can shift from a distraught young man looking for his pet frog in a tank to a masked vigilante beating up homeless people, huh?
I mean, Aren't we all distraught young men looking for our pets at the end of the day?
Yeah. Shift into the prologue theme from Final Fantasy. So a little context to this song, T, is after you get out of that Garland shrine that we talked about earlier, you then kind of go into the wider world, and it actually has like a splash screen where the Final Fantasy title screen comes up, and it introduces you to your quest, and this song is playing. What's kind of cool though is they carry this song from the original Final Fantasy into a lot of the later games, and it becomes kind of a end theme as the credits are rolling. They'll put this song in there.
That's cool. I hope they preserved the same quality.
The same fidelity.
Yeah. I think this might technically be a fugue, but I probably shouldn't speak to that because I don't actually know.
It might be. Nobuo Uematsu does lots of different styles and stuff like that, so...
Did you enjoy this one, T?
I did. I think, I think it's pretty good. It's, it felt a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess technical? It felt like there was, I guess not that the first one didn't, but it felt like I felt like I was hearing some music theory, but what do I know?
Yeah, and Kama, you probably have some nostalgia for this one. What are some of your experiences with this?
Yeah, I have a lot of nostalgia for Final Fantasy 1, and it's a game that we owned when we were younger. It's one of them that we had bought probably several years after it had been released, but I played through it quickly, and I really enjoyed this game. And then, as I played through other Final Fantasies, it's one that you hear a lot. And when we were teenagers, Clark and I had a bunch of Final Fantasy music compilations, and so we would hear orchestrated versions of this song quite a bit too. So that probably speaks to my preference to maybe this song, because I have a lot of experience listening to it and different versions of it.
Yeah. Well, Cam, does that mean your vote is going for Final Fantasy?
Yeah, it's going for Final Fantasy.
Well, I'm gonna throw I'm gonna do a little something unexpected. I'm gonna go for Batman on this one. So T,
that one's good too.
You're the tiebreaker here.
That's actually this is actually kind of hard because with Batman, I mean I know what Batman's about, so I thought that song fit perfectly. Final Fantasy, I'm not as familiar with. I think I am gonna go with Final Fantasy. It sounded like. Somebody sat down and really thought about that one.
Final Fantasy, moving on. I have a feeling you're gonna be familiar with this first one, T.
Those viewers at home, we had a middle-aged man holding up a box to his computer screen. On the box, it was written Legend of Zelda.
I can see the opening scene and the thing scrolling down, showing you the items in the game, and the enemies and such throughout the game. Classic.
this theme is pretty classic. I mean, they hit on a winning formula with it, so we'll see what the next one is, if it can hold a candle.
You definitely hold a candle in this game. It's one of the items you get. I don't actually have as much nostalgia for this game as a lot of other people. I mostly found it frustrating when I played it, but can't deny the music.
We were young when we first played this.
Yeah, we rented it, and I remember just we didn't have an instruction manual or a guide, and I just remember having no idea what to do. This is a game, T. I don't know if you've played it, but you had to like bomb random places to open up caves and things like that.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's so. I actually, the only Legend of Zelda game that I've played myself all the way through is Phantom Hourglass on the DS. I've actually played no other Zelda game, like Ocarina of Time. I haven't played the new one. That's really good. I've seen it. I know these games, but I've never played any of them.
Let's see if it can stand up to the challenger. Another Final Fantasy one. Have the visions of brooms sweeping around in your head, Cam?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. When you go to this cave, Motoya is like a witch with like classic brooms running around in her cave, too.
Oh, okay. See, I thought that I was like a count, and I was arriving to the ballroom, and I step inside, and everybody's like dancing, and I go over to the punch bowl, and I pour myself a glass of punch. So I was completely wrong, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Yep, you're wrong.
This is one of those things where I don't remember the music standing out to me too much when I played it, but it was on those orchestrated ones, and that's when this song really started to stand out to me, is when I heard the orchestrated versions of this. Let's start with you, Cam. Which one are you going for?
Well, I'm kind of with you in that track didn't really stand out so much to me. I mean, I like it, and I've heard orchestrated versions of it, but I'm gonna just go with the classic Zelda on this one.
I will also go for Zelda. Is that what you'll be doing too, T?
Yeah, I have to go with Zelda. Although, I guess now that I think about it, there really isn't that much nostalgia since I haven't played the games, but it is a classic theme that I think is a great theme.
Okay, so we've pared it down to 8.
We should go pretty quick here. Round 2, we have 4 matchups. Dr. Wily Stage 1 versus Mega Man 3 title theme.
Another Mega Man matchup.
Yep. The Moon theme versus Garland Shrine. Bloody Tears versus the title theme from Mega Man 2. Final Fantasy Prologue theme versus the title theme Legend of Zelda. What I'll do is I will play just a quick bump of the music to bring it fresh in your mind, T, and then we'll give it a rating. Dr. Wily Stage 1, let's hear it again.
Look at him go.
I had to take my hat off.
Some headbang. Yeah, so for our listeners, there was a middle-aged man took his hat off, and he was headbanging to this track.
And then it's Brother Song from the next game, title theme of Mega Man 3. No smoking in here, T.
I'm just sitting in the back booth. I've got my hot cup of joe. I've got my trench coat collar turned up. I just got a new case, and it's gonna be a tough one to crack.
Well, we need to crack it now, and let's have you kick it off here. Which one are you throwing your fedora in for?
That's really difficult, actually. I think these are both pretty good tracks. I'm gonna go with 2. I just get a mental image, and I'm just living in that world right now.
Okay, Mega Man 3 title theme gets 1 vote from T. I don't want to break any tie here, so I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna say Dr. Wily Stage 1.
I'm going with the theme song for Mega Man 3.
Oh, upset!
Yep.
There we go. So, Mega Man 3 title theme moves on. Moon theme versus Garland Shrine.
This one makes me sad. I like both of these.
Let's pull you down from the moon, T.
Oh, man.
And let's take you into the Garland Shrine. Have you solved this case, T?
I think I cracked it. I'm gonna go with the first one.
Moon theme for T.
Moon theme's pretty good.
It's hard to say, these 2 songs are some of my favorites of all time as far as nostalgia goes. So it's gonna be really hard for me to choose. So why don't you pick first?
I'm gonna throw in with Moon theme 2. I like both of them, but Moon theme too strong.
Because I'm not breaking a tie or anything. I'm at least going to give a vote for Garland Shrine here, or the Chaos Shrine.
The Moon theme moves on to the semifinals. And we go down to the bottom half of the bracket of Bloody Tears versus Mega Man 2.
It's going to be a close one.
Keep me rolling. I'm in that spaceship fist fighting aliens again.
Cam, we're starting with you.
These are both 2 good ones, but I'm gonna go with Bloody Tears.
T.
Castlevania.
You know, I'm actually gonna go with the second one.
Mega Man 2. Oh, said I didn't like to break ties. I can't pass up on Bloody Tears. I'm gonna have to go for that one, although I think it's really close.
Okay, we're to the semis, right?
Nope, one more in
okay.
this round. We have Final Fantasy Prologue. Let's pull that one up. Versus the title theme, Legend of Zelda. Cam, kick it off for us.
I think I'm gonna go with Final Fantasy.
One for Final Fantasy, and I'll go here. I am going to throw my vote behind the title theme, Legend of Zelda. It's up to you.
Break the tie.
I'm gonna go Zelda. I think it has some real staying power. I think there's something pretty classic about this tune.
And with that, we are now officially in the semifinals. The final four. Let's don't waste any time. Quick refresher. We have our first matchup, Mega Man 3 title theme versus the Moon theme. So 2 Capcom games at the top versus a Konami game, Castlevania 2 Bloody Tears versus the title theme, Legend of Zelda. Quick refresh on the Mega Man 3 title theme.
I don't know, man.
Moon theme. Is this going to be tough for you, T?
This is gonna be hard.
Capcom was so amazing to this generation. Alright, I'm just gonna rip the band-aid off and say Moon theme here. Although that title theme for Mega Man 3, it's hard to vote against that, but I can't vote against Moon theme, so I'm going Moon theme. Trev.
Oh man, those trills in the Mega Man theme. It's hard to pass up, but I'm gonna go with number 2, the Moon theme.
Moon theme, sweep.
Okay, wow. Going into the finals with a sweep. Bloody Tears. Real quick, at this point we've heard it a lot, but we'll just refresh your memory, T.
There he goes. He's banging his head again.
And then Legend of Zelda. And you're kicking us off, T. Which one you going for?
Oh, that's rough. I didn't vote for Bloody Tears in the last round, but I like the tune. I like the tune better than I like the Legend of Zelda theme. It's just the theme is so classic. I'll go Bloody Tears.
Cam?
Wild card.
That's what I'm going for too.
All right. We had a clean sweep in this one too. So we have 2 that were clean sweeps in the semifinals. For the finals, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to pull up covers of each of the songs that made it to the finals so we can get a little bit of a different perspective on it, and then we'll give our opinions. This is gonna make you cry bloody tears, this lullaby.
Whoa.
Look to the stars, my darling baby boys. Life is strange and vast, filled with wonders and joys. Face each new sun with eyes clear and true.
My eyes are getting a little moist.
Afraid of the unknown, because I'll face it all with you.
Well, you know who Della Duck is? It's the triplets' mother that you never meet in like the actual cartoons and stuff like that.
Yeah. She's trapped on the moon.
And gaze up at the moon. Even as these days pass, I'm always thinking of you. Face each new day and keep your hope alive. I promise I will be there soon. It won't be long till
Alright, there's one interpretation. I don't see any red tears coming out though, so...
That's this next one. Head banging so hard you got...
Metal version,
crying,
Bloody
yeah.
Tears. Metal version of Bloody Tears. I'm sure there's like 1 million of them. Sensory overload.
Are you ready to go slay some vampires, T?
Yeah, that's exactly what I expected a cover to be like.
It is really produced. Super produced.
My eyebrows melted off.
Are we ready to give our final stamp of approval on which NES song is the best from this list? Again, I want to remind everyone who might be listening, this is not comprehensive, this is just our own opinion. Okay, we're gonna go this way. We're gonna do Cam, me, T. And so you get the final word, T, on this. So Cam, take it away. Which one are you voting for here?
I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go with the moon theme. It's just with my nostalgia tells me I just have to go with the moon theme. Although I really do love Bloody Tears too. So
yeah, I mean these two are as close to a toss-up as it could be for me. I could vote for one or the other. I think depending on the day. Just for the sake of drama, I'm gonna go Bloody Tears. So we have a tie.
Oh.
Going into T.
All right.
This is all on you.
And now a word from our sponsors. Make them wait.
Cliffhanger.
Okay. I'm going to go just based solely off of the covers, which is maybe not fair. I thought that the Bloody Tears cover was more true to what I thought the original would be. I'm going to go with Bloody Tears.
And we have our winner of the first bracket music challenge is Bloody Tears from Castlevania 2.
Not even that good of a game.
Amazing song, though. It's definitely a worthy song to win our first bracket challenge. So this was fun, guys. Really appreciate it. If you want more content like this, let us know. And again, if you're watching on YouTube, drop a comment in there of your favorite songs. If we get enough feedback, we'll run another NES one. We could always do one for Super Nintendo and Genesis. Would love to hear all of your
PlayStation.
PlayStation would be really hard for me. There's so many good tunes on there. But with that being said, thanks for joining us for Diet TwinCast, and we'll see you.
Diet is half the length of a 2-hour episode.